Hi guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Google Ads conversion tracking for Shopify. There's multiple ways to set up your conversion tracking in your Google Ads account. It's important to get your conversion tracking set up first and foremost before setting up any campaigns and spending any of your ad budget. Reason being is because if you can't track your conversions, what you can't measure, you can't manage, and you won't have any clue as to your returns on your ad spend and your investment. So as I mentioned, there's a couple ways you can set this up. Firstly, you can use Google Analytics for purchase event and import that into Google Ads. However, I don't recommend that as a primary conversion for multiple factors, which I'll share about later. But secondly, I'll show you how to do it using the native script within the back of Shopify. Looking at your dashboard in Google Ads, head over to the goals area on the left-hand side and come to the summary screen. Click conversion action. And as we're looking at the Google Analytics for first, we need to import that in from Google Analytics, as you can see here. So click import and then select Google Analytics for property, select web, hit continue. And the main conversion action to import is this purchase event. So we'll click that and import and continue. And then we select done. Okay, click get started to carry on. We can just exit out of this tutorial. We'll leave that. To ensure this is set up properly, click inside the conversion action settings. Click edit settings on the right-hand side. Now, as we work through each one of these drop downs, it's important to note and change that for Google Analytics purchase event, that it should be set to secondary action and not used as a bidding optimization. Reason being is because Google Analytics in general is not 100% accurate, whether it be from traffic or events or whatever it is. There's so many different factors where it can't collect all the data. Things from ad blockers, browser blockers, etc., etc. So you may be lucky to be able to collect all that conversion data and values to be able to import back into your Google Ads account. So we just use it as a guide to ensure that we are on track with our conversions and conversion values, but we definitely don't use it as a source of all truth. So we'll save that. Under value, it's been selected as use the value from Google Analytics 4, so we don't need to do anything more there. So website page, platform. Moving down to under count, we do want to count every conversion because shoppers may make 2, 3, or more purchases within a session. Now, the click-through window has been set to 90-day default. Now, that means that if someone comes to the website and doesn't purchase until like 89 days later, it will still count as a conversion from Google Analytics into Google Ads. As we can't manage this or change the settings within Google Ads for this 90 days, we can go into the Google Analytics property and make the changes to the attribution settings there. That's a new feature of Google Analytics, by the way. For the purpose of this video, we won't bother about doing that. And our attribution model is data-driven, which most all channels have been set to. Now, you can change that should you wish, but data-driven model seems to be the best at the moment. So select done and go back. Now, the action optimization is set to secondary. Just double check that to make sure that's correct. Okay, so let's set this natively within Shopify. So Shopify gives us this documentation, which we can use as a guide in order to set up the tracking in the back end of the Shopify store. So we can work through all these steps in order to set this up. Firstly, we need to create the actual conversion action itself. So let's head back to our Google Ads account. Again, select new conversion action. This time we'll select website for online sales. Let's drop in the URL for the site, scan. Okay, now create conversion action manually using code. That's what we want to do. Turn on enhanced conversions for your account. We'll leave that checked. We may return to this in a later video to ensure this is working properly, but for now, we'll leave that checked on. Click add conversion action manually. The category we want to pick is a purchase. Call it Shopify purchase. Now we have 3 options to select here under value. We do want to select use different values for each conversion because each purchase is going to have a different conversion value. So we select that. We do want to count every conversion, as I mentioned before, because shoppers might purchase 2, 3, or 4 times, etc., etc. Now, the conversion window has been set to default of 30 days. That's fine. If you're finding that through your data later on that a few of your conversions are happening outside of your 30-day window or taking longer, you can go and change that in here later on. We'll leave it to 30 days for now. The rest of those settings are fine, as well as the data-driven attribution model. Now, as I mentioned here about enhanced conversions, they're not configured. We can look at that in a later video. Click done. Okay, now come to settings, click settings, click agree and continue. Now we just need to install the Google tag as well as the conversion tag. We already have a Google tag set up on the Shopify store. using the Google Tag Manager, you can see here. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to set this up again in Tag Manager for Google Ads. So you can come to this side here. So you can click Use Tag Manager. If you wish, you can set up the Google tag within Shopify within the code. You can click Setup like this. Now it's showing that the Google tag has been found on the site through the Google Analytics we set up before. You can always set it up manually like this too as well. But we have this configuration AW tag, which I do want to set up separately. I just conducted a quick test to see if it was installed, and it hasn't been because it's looking for the configuration tag. So what I'll do is I'll exit out of this and I will come back to the Tag Manager here and I'll click Use Tag Manager. Firstly, under Conversion ID, I will copy that. Coming back to our Google Tag Manager account, we'll select tags on the left-hand side. I will create a new tag, call this one GADS for Google Ads, and put in paste in the ID, select tag configuration, Google Ads, select Google tag, paste in the ID. Now under triggering, we'll select all pages, hit save. Okay, that's been saved here. Also, one quick tip, I highly recommend setting up a conversion linker. It will link click data from your ads to your events. So let's set that up real quick. Conversion linker, select inside tag configuration, select Google Ads, select conversion linker, triggering all pages, save that. Now, always click submit, otherwise we'll just hang there in limbo. Call this GADS conversion tracking plus linker, publish that. All right, now that's done. Now I jumped a little bit ahead, but we still need to install the actual conversion tracking code into the back end of Shopify for the purchase event. So all I need to do is click on the Shopify purchase, and for the tag setup, I will select that I want to install the tag myself. Now under the Shopify installation guide, they do provide the code snippet tag, which we can copy and paste in under step 3. However, down under step 4, I would like to use this piece of snippet because there is 2 ways that you can send value data into your Google Ads account. One way is the subtotal price. That means it will exclude all the taxes and the shipping from the overall conversion value. Or should you wish, you can include the taxes and the shipping in your total value within your conversion on each purchase. However, there's no real point doing that because the taxes and shipping need to be paid at some point. So I'll be running with the subtotal so we get a true value on ROI and return on ad spend values and data within our Google Ads account. So we can copy this complete snippet over. Just remember, we have to change where we are sending the details to. So this is important that we do change this in a moment. So let's copy this. Now come down to settings, click that. And then under checkout, you can scroll down to it says order status page and it says additional scripts. See, this is where we can paste this in. As I mentioned, we have to make sure that we send it to the right account and get the right details here under send to. So come back to Google Ads. As we're still under the details of our Shopify purchase, this is the overall Google tag from originally. So we scroll down to the event snippet. This is the important part. So it says send to. We want to be able to copy this section here. Copy that. Make sure you copy it without the commas. Coming back to Shopify, we'll paste this in between these 2 commas and then click save. Okay, and once that's done, come back to the Google Ads account, select back. Now it's showing is inactive, but if you hover over this, they've yet to verify. It can take up to 3 hours, maybe even a couple of days. And if you are getting purchases already to the store, this should start showing green that it is active. And then you're ready to roll. Now, in a future video, I will show you how to set up conversion tracking for the full funnel within Google Ads. Everything from your add to cart, begin checkout, contact form tracking, etc., etc. It's important to have all those events being tracked in your Google Ads as well. And if you'd like to boost sales in your Shopify store by increasing your average order value size, check out this link in this page here in the description below. And you're more than welcome to download my free PDF here on how you can implement those strategies for your store. And also keep an eye out for my course that's coming up. I'll be sharing all my SOPs in there on how you can set up Google Ads for Shopify and more. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.